That's going. Good evening. Good evening. Whoa. Why do I hear myself? I don't want to hear myself. Having some issues. Oh no, I got it. I got it. I got it. Alrighty, so that's popped up there. What's up? I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been very tired myself today. All I'm doing tonight is hairpin lace, temperature blanket, and then if time allows, I'll work on one of the shawls. And I started the stream a little early tonight, but okay, that was sent off, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. That out of the way. I gotta get this prepped. Anything else been going on? My big old hook. I think I'm gonna use that hook tonight. I gotta get some of this other stuff prepped. I'm sleeping on that. Yeah. Purple yarn. Am I using that one or am I using this other one? Oh no, it's right here. Purple, got blue, got green. Okay. Just wanted to make certain that blue, green, yellow. Oh, I got a new light, a new bulb. Okay, you can help me test this bulb real quick. Started doing chevron blanket, but I messed up one side. Okay, well, if you're not too far in, remember you can always frog it. Okay, so that is just with this new bulb. I got an LED bulb. Oh, I gotta have it down like that. I don't know if it's gonna make any difference, but I'm gonna add. That's just the overhead LED bulb. I'm gonna add my. It looks brighter. I'm gonna add the light to the right hand side. And then I'm going to add the right to the left hand side. Does that look good? I got the overhead. I mean, they're all overhead, but one's centered, one's to the left, one's to the right. Does that look a lot better? Oh, hey, Grammy. Still much clearer. Looks more clear. Okay? I'm still going to use lighter colored yarns. Oh, actually, when I put my hand there, it actually brightens it up. Okay, so there. Oh wow, what is that on my hand? Why do I have a red spot? Anyway, I don't know where that's from. see. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. They're definitely. Oh, you think I would learn? I haven't worked anymore on getting music to play, but I've looked at some tutorials and some kind of an idea. So there'll be more to come in the future. I didn't stream Sunday night because I had a horrible headache. But we will do temperature blanket tonight. But first, we're going to do hairpin lace. And I guess we can pop that back up until more people come in, and we can get started with all of this. So you said you're working on a chevron blanket. Was it the one that we had talked about the other day? The one from the book? The what's it called? It's like a puff chevron puff something. Yes and no. Okay. Hey, you can always modify it to make it your own. Let's see here. Gonna wait a few more minutes. Nice. Hey, that's great. I love it, experimenting, putting stitches together, and seeing how it all works. And that's how all of these patterns came about. Patterns in all these books and YouTube tutorials. Somebody had to come up with them at some point. They weren't just like given to us. Alrighty. I need something to drink. I think you guys are the only two ones the only two that are in here so far. I'm gonna ask both of you. Did you want me to demonstrate how to use the hairpin lace loom again, or to go right into part two? I gotta zoom out a little bit. Part two. Part two is easy. Part two is super easy. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes before I actually start doing part two. Then, so we'll put that away. And very curious as to how to get a nifty blanket out of the bird's nest. Now, this is just a sample, but you can make a blanket, a scarf, bunch of different things. But yeah, this looks like you said, a bird's nest. But these two pieces here will. Now, what's up? The picture above me, that's not my picture, but it's multiple sections that are added. So anytime the braided part is what we're going to do today. The you see how there's lines that are braided. In between, there's like the it's the stitch. We've already done the stitches. So this is the stitch. This is the we're going to do the braiding part tonight. And then for a piece like that, that's picture's got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That one's got 7 of these all put together. There are some blue jays that love my front yard, and I'm sure would. Actually, no. No. You're not supposed to add, supposed to give yarn to birds because it can strangle them, even if it's natural materials. But no, I understand what you're talking about. Claymaker, can you send your daughter over here and help me? I'm having difficulty with this pocket shawl. I need to count to 3 for each cluster of double crochet. Get to the end of the row and discover some clusters only have 2. Yeah, I think you need a little help there counting, Grammy. Okay, so we're going to get into this now. We've waited a couple more minutes, so we're good. So in both of these section samples, and I know it looks different because this one is a little more scrunched up because of my guides. Remember when we were doing it the other day? We had the white pieces of yarn as our guides. That is to keep it from tangling up more, so it's relatively flat. I added guides to this piece. I went afterwards. You could do it afterwards, but it's easier to do it while it's on the loom. So each of these have 70 loops on both sides. So on this side of this, there's 70 loops, and this side there are 70. So 70. Same thing with here. There's 70 and 70. You can have as many as you want, for as wide as you want the piece. I just kept going. I was like, okay, that looks like a good amount, and decided to do 70. You could do whatever number. It doesn't have to be a specific number. So after you make your 2 pieces, and you can make multiple of these to make them wider. You make this as long as you want one way, and then you make multiple of them together to get the other dimension. And the best way to do this is if you lay them flat. Lay them flat in front of you. And this just has the blue one just has shorter guide strings than the green one does. This is just scrunched up more. And this one's got dark green pieces of yarn to mark every 10th loop. And on this one, I just put small little safety pins. You don't have to mark that. I marked that just as I was counting and making them on the Hairpin Lace loom. So that really isn't going to really matter for this part. So we're going to join these. Now, it would be better if I had a third one. But the thing to remember is, when I go to join, here, we're going to join, you can pick one or the other. We're going to either put the left into the right or the right into the left. Whatever you do, when you join the third one, you're going to do it opposite, and I'll explain why. So this joining method, you could do whatever your pattern is. You can pick whatever number. This we're going to do 5. But let's say you wanted to do 2. Well, actually 2 probably wouldn't be that good. You can do 4, you can do 6, you can do 8, you can do 7, you can do 9, you can do whatever. I'm going to do 5. So I'm going to do 5 loops. So I'm going to find my first 5 loops on my left. And let me zoom in a little bit. That's 3, 4, and 5. So those are those 5 loops. Okay? And I'm going to get a hook. And it can be whatever size hook you want. The millimeters do not matter. Larger is actually better. So I'm going to start with the one on my left. And I'm going to put those 5 loops on my hook. And now I'm going to go to the first 5 loops on the blue. So there's 5 loops there. And I'm going to put those on my hook. And I'm going to treat these 5 loops as one loop and these 5 loops as another loop. We're going to think of them as just one loop. We're going to take this group and pull it through this group. So the easiest way is to lift up the green and pull it through the blue and leave it on the hook. Now we're going to go to do the next 5 loops of the green. So we went from the green to the blue. We're going to alternate back and forth. So we're going to find, and I'm going to actually take out these dark green ties. That was just helping me count. So I'm going to remove that. That's just some scrap yarn. And while I'm at it, I'm going to find that safety pin here and take it out. We don't really need those. So now we're going to find the first 5 loops, because the number we've decided here for this one, whoops, why is that? Okay, it's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, if you wanted to do 4, if you want to do 6, you want to do 7, do 8, however, whatever number you choose. I just happen to do 5 because this number, if I do the whole thing, it's divisible by 5. But if I did, let's say I had this number of loops on each piece that was divisible by 7, I would do 7 at a time. So now I'm going to take those 7 green loops and pull them through the 5. And that's all we're doing. So now we've pulled them through the 5, and now through the blue. Now we're going to pull them through the green. Now, I'm going to pause here. If I had a third piece here, when I go to join it, I started with the hook in the green on the one on the left. If I would do that here if I would start with these here with the hook in these loops, and we keep adding it, eventually that piece the whole piece would go at a diagonal. It wouldn't be square. So that's why you got to alternate how you join it, what side you join from, just so it's square. Which I'm not going to show that tonight because I don't have a third strip. So now I'm going to go to my blue side now. I still have the loop on there. And I'm going to pick up the first 5 loops. So 1, whoops. My whole screen just flashed out. Hey, Soda City Bear. 2, oops, 3, 4, and 5. Now, you could do this all in the same color. You don't have to do different colors. If I wanted it all to be like the example above me, they're all the same color, you could do that. I just happen to I'm doing 2 separate colors just for demonstration purposes. You can actually do that for your project also. Another way of doing this, and I'm not certain how to do it exactly, haven't got that far, there is a way to attach this to regular crochet work. So let's say you had single crochets, double crochet, whatever it was. There is a way to do it. I'm not certain how to do that yet. I haven't gotten that advanced. So now I'm going to pull the blue loops through the green loops. We're again just doing it 5 at a time. And now we're going to do the same thing. And for me, it's a little easier to hold it here to the sideways. So I'm going to count these loops. 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to pull the green ones through the blue. And see how it says it doesn't matter what size hook you're doing. You just need something to grab the loops. Oh. And I'm going to have to go back and pull out these safety pins that are in here. So I'm going to pick up 5. Again, this is the number that I'm using is 5. Doesn't matter, whatever your pattern, however thick you want your braided parts to be, is the number you choose. It's 4, and I got to find the 5th one. And we're going to do this the whole way down. Bring that through, and now we're going to pick up the green. You're just going to alternate. 3, that's 4, and find the 5th one. And the 5th one happens to have one of my ties on it. Again, that was just a placeholder. so I can count and then pull those through that loop. I'm going to do it a couple more times, and I know there's a safety pin in here. There's a safety pin right there. I should have picked all the safety pins out. So now I'm going to go through the next 5 of the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pull it through. And now I need to find, whoops, everything was getting all twisted. So now I got to find the next ones. It's also it's important to keep your strips flat. That's 3, 4, and then the 5th one. Pull those through. You just do them all in order. You don't want to, those 5 can be all kind of not in order, but because they're going to treat them as one, but you don't want to end up getting one of these extra ones and skip one of these, because then it's not gonna work right. So it's just best to line them up, make certain they're all going the right way. Okay, and just find the next 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna stop and take this tie out. I'm probably not being mindful and making certain that this is all on screen. Hopefully you're all understanding how this is working. You're just taking sets of loops through sets of loops. I'll have to go back and get these safety pins out. I already said that like 3 times. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one's got a safety pin on it. Bring those loops through the green ones. Should have made a smaller sample. But this will help you get the idea. 2, 3, 4, and come on. 5th. So this really is not tedious work. Oh, make certain you get all 5. It's not like you're trying to find tight little individual stitches. 2, 3, 5. Be easier to lift it up. You could even do this with your fingers, because they're just loops. 4, 5. Here's the tie. I got frayed. 5. Pull those 5 through. When I get to the end here, I'll show you what it will look like. 3, 4, 5. Bring those. I don't want to miss any. It's easier to pull up that loop. Fifth one. Through. 2, 3. Make certain I'm going through the correct loops, and there's another tie. I marked them every 10th loop. And we're going to bring the blue ones. Getting near the end. I found a safety pin. Oh, these. So doesn't this seem kind of simple to do? Yeah. Hard part is making certain all of those loops go through and don't miss any. Fifth one. And I want to make certain. And you ignore your. Hey there, lady 1241. Welcome. And it's cool if you're lurking. You ignore these white guide strands, because once we do all of this, once we get them joined, then we can remove them. It's 4. And here's the fifth one, and it's got the little tie on it. Come on. And I want to keep some of these ties at hand because we're going to use those here when we get to the end. Just coming up real soon. 2, 3. Number 4. And our fifth one. Let's remove that safety pin. Bring those blue loops through the green. And I probably got another 15 loops to go. I just don't want all my loops to get all twisted together. I was trying to pull from the other side. You don't want to twist your whole strand. You want to make certain you're on the right side, or the correct side, I should say. It's 3. Oh no, less than 15. We got like 10 loops. So like 2 more passes because it goes pretty quick. Now back to the other side. I'm going to pull my strand, my guide strand, so it's not as bunched up. That's what's causing the bunch. The bunching up is the white guide strings. That's just to keep everything all organized and untangled. 4. And the fifth one. And these should be the last 5 loops, if I counted right. 2, 3. Nope, I'm joining strips of hairpin lace. Hairpin lace is a type of crochet. It's used on a hairpin lace loom. You make these individual strips, and then you... I think I have an extra loop. Do I have an extra loop? I have an extra loop. Maybe. Wait. Wait. No. That extra loop goes to the other side, I think. Yeah, that extra loop belongs to to the left-hand side. So then you pull those through, through there. And now I've got my last. No, this is not a fishing channel. This is a craft, primarily crochet channel. I'll eat fish, but I'm not going to go fishing. And okay, this is our last one that we do. So we're going to pull it through. And now we're going to keep our finger in that last grouping, get a tie, put it through that loop and put it through the previous loop. So in this case, the green one. And we're going to do a simple tie to hold them together. Now what we can do is we can find our guide strings, and I'm only going to pull out the side that was going through all of that. I'm going to clip on both sides. And now we can remove that guide string. And I'm going to do the same thing, but on the... Oh, okay, that one's fine. On the green side, and tell you the truth, I'm not going to worry about the other side at this point. And I will show you how we can help do the edges. So I'm going to remove all of my ties, my guide strings. And what I'm going to do is I will remove these ties. That's what we're going to do. I tied them pretty good on there. There's just a simple knot, but I think I tied them a little too tight. This won't take me too long to get rid of these. And then I will show you how to take care of the edges. I was better off with the safety pins. So let me go in here and make certain that I got all of these safety pins removed. You can use stitch markers also. That's basically what they were doing. They were keeping track of the progress. Whoopsies. Snagging the yarn. And I got another one here. Let's see. I think that's it. So let's move all that out of the way. So we've joined all the loops there, and at the end here, we've tied them together so we don't lose it. Once you put multiples of them together, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to tie those 2 loops. Remember, each loop is made out of multiple strands. And then what you could do where that is, where all that is you could make fringe. You can cut X amount of length of yarn, double it up, and then just do like I think they call it a half hitch knot. Oh, thank you for the sub, Norfairy, and welcome, Norfairy. So you put the actually I'll give a demonstration here on this. We are going to treat the white. Oh, it auto renewed. Okay. So we're going to treat the white as fringe. So I'm going to do. There's like 4 lengths, and then I'm going to double it in half. So that's how long our fringe is going to be. So we have 4 pieces. You can do as many as you want because it's fringe. You're going to loop it over, and then where these loops are, you got the blue loop that's going through the green loop. So both of those loops, treat those as one loop. Put the hook in there, and what we're going to end up doing is basically do like a chain stitch. You're going to grab all of those loops, if I can get it in there the right way. Actually, that's how we can do it. However you can get it in there, you're just putting fringe. So I'm just going to push the loops through that loop, so the white is the fringe. I can take off that tie, because you can always come back and do the fringe all this, for a whole project, do the fringe all at the same time. So you've got it doubled over. Again, the white is the fringe. Double it over, put it through those loops, put the tails of the fringe through that loop, and cinch it tight. And now it's secure. And I will show you how to finish the edge here in a second. But I'm going to show what it will look like. I'm going to spread this out. How the 2 strips are joined. So and it's going to kind of look like the picture here. I don't know how many strands they use at a time. Maybe like 2 or 3. I happen to do 5. So you're going to get that look. You're going to have the stitches here. And then you're going to have the braid and then more stitches. And to do the edge, it's the exact same way that we did the braid. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through the first 5 loops, 4 and 5. So those are 5 loops, so that's going to be our beginning. And then we're going to count the next 5 loops. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to treat these as 2 separate loops. We're going to put the second on the hook, second group, and we're going to put that second group through the first group and do the same thing. Except this time we're not joining another strip. We're just getting all of the loops together so they're not a rat's nest. 4, 5, and again, you can do this whatever the amount of loops that you want or whatever the pattern calls for. It happens to work a little quicker when you only are working on the edge because you don't have another piece that you have to worry about. It's all right there. 4, 5, and that. I'm also not stopping to take out safety pins. Number 5. Fifth one. Bring it through. I'm almost to the end. Obviously, if you do less numbers of loops, it's going to be have a more thinner, less chunky look. If you did like 3 loops through 3 instead of 5 through 5. And that's the last group. And then you would do the same thing, and I don't have any fringe, but imagine that this is the fringe. I'm not going to do a full thing of fringe, but you can imagine it. Now you're only going to have 1 loop at the end of the edges, and you're going to imagine this is multiple strands. Do the exact same thing. And if you want, you can always add, and when you're doing this, your tail here, you can incorporate the tail in with your fringe. I didn't do that this time. You can always add that. And then if you needed more fringe, if you just didn't want it just there and there, you could put more in these spaces. And we're going to spread it out a little bit. And we're going to just fluff it up. And that's the look that you're going to get. So it looks real complicated. And I should have done, I don't know why it's bunching up so much here. It should lay a little more flat. I'm not certain. Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. Ease up these loops a little. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't know why it's so bunched up. Yeah, I'm not certain why it's so bunched up on the blue. But that's the concept. And you get this, and you can't really see it. Let me. I know we don't like white underneath, but you could see it's going to have a lacy look because you've got that braid, but then you also have the stitch here that's going. Does that make sense? Again, I necessarily wouldn't use these 2 colors together. I mean, you could, but I think it looks better in all the same color. I don't know if this would work really well in a variegated yarn, because again, you're doing the stitch work, the the actual crocheting part on the loom, so you're going always wrapping around and doing the work. But I think a variegated, it's going to look muddy. I mean, you could try it out. But that's hairpin lace. And this is just the basics of it. There's other variations. I think there's other stitches you can do on the actual loom instead of just the single crochet. And then I think there's some more complex stitches you can do. I'm going to move my safety pins to my safety pin holder. I have a safety pin holder. That's my safety pin holder, the bag. That is what we got there. And move my little scraps out of the way. Do I want to go and do the temperature blanket now, or do that off camera, off stream, or do I want to work on the shawl? I'm still going to work the temperature blanket at some point. I don't think I'm going to work on temperature blanket on stream. I think we are going to just switch over to me working on the shawl. It's getting a little warm. Not that it's really warm, but it's starting to warm up, and I don't want to be doing that constantly. And then the heat of the lamps and everything. But we will come back to temperature blanket on stream for next week. So I will do this previous week's off camera, off stream, and go from there, if that's okay with everyone else. And I'd rather work with Red Heart Unforgettable. I'm like obsessed with this yarn. Oh, okay. Well, um, let's see here. So, if it's unacceptable, are you saying that this should happen? I don't think it was loud enough. Let me turn that volume down. Okay. I'm going to test one more. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I'm on the last row of a repeat, and I got half a row to do. And I think we're going to be at 11 repeats. Let's double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait a minute. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Once I get this half a row done, I will have 11 repeats on this. And we have determined that this looks good with at least 15 repeats. So, getting there. I always say that, getting there.
Thanks for the follow.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Teote Poo. Okay. What is everyone working on? Three. We all need goals. Rectangular pocket shawl. Nice. Play Miko still there and working on a project? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the pattern that she's come up with. I'm sure she'll probably post it at some point. Trying oh, Tunisian entrelac? Okay, you know what? You you got more patience than me, cuz I do not like entrelac. I like the look of it. I don't like doing it. For some reason I don't like doing it. I can do it. It's not my favorite. Okay. Yeah, a couple weeks ago I showed how to do a little bit of entrelac and not in rows, but kind of like checkerboard, and I didn't like it. She's knitting, doing entrelac. Crojo Crojo Mojo is thinking about or actually has bought stuff to knit and or starting to knit. It's like wow. Told her she'd get her own stream. Oh, so competition? I'm joking. It's not competition. Actually, no. That would be cool if she did get it, or if that's something she wanted to do. I think there is a way. Yeah, I can have you can have guest stars. She could be like a co-host on stream. I have to figure out how to do that, but I know here in Twitch, on my end, there's a thing for guest star. Oh yeah, and most of you know this, but anybody new or anybody that's in here lurking, whatever, I it just popped up in the chat. I do have a Discord. We post things that we are working on or have finished or any questions or that you might have, and it doesn't have to be crochet. It could be anything that whatever your hobby is, your project, whatever's going on. It's a small little community right now, and a bunch of people have posted some things, some interesting things. Hey there, Sophie. How are you? Fun. Yeah. There's a couple things I need to do around here, and I need the motivation. I need to do laundry tomorrow. And also, and I'm gonna admit this on stream. Um, I need okay. All of the how am I gonna say this? I need to put away Christmas decorations. The Christmas decorations have been taken down for a while now, so don't get me wrong on that. But they are staged in our guest room, and off the guest room is the attic, and I need to go into the attic and put it all in the attic. And it's not that difficult of a thing. It's not like I have to go up a ladder or anything like that. I just need to get in there and put it all away. It's already boxed up, so I should have put the boxes in there. It's not like I have to wrap everything. And it's a room that doesn't get used that often, so that's all staged in there and it's organized. It just needs to be fully put away. Hey, Crow Joe, how are you? Probably what I will do tomorrow. I need to do laundry and put that stuff in the attic. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing pretty good. Okay, that's the last of that row and that repeat. We're at 11 repeats now. And I'm going to not recap, I'm going to show you what I worked on the beginning half of the stream. I showed how to join two pieces of hairpin lace. I didn't finish the other edge, but that's it joined together. Gonna lurk while I look up crochet patterns. Cool. Hope you find a an interesting, really pretty looking pattern and a fun one to do. So that's connecting two strips of the hairpin lace that we did the other day. And then I showed how to add fringe to the end. So just wanted to show you that. Um, if you were ready for a meme of the stream, if not, that's okay. If you don't have one prepared, no problem. What is that? And anybody who's coming in, welcome. I stream usually 4 nights a week. And I do have a YouTube channel and a Discord. And you're free to join both of those and check them out. Start the 12th repeat. I think so. Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me look at this. Make certain I didn't totally screw this up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I put in an extra double crochet, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I put an extra double crochet. Let me finish this row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't need a chain there. Yeah, I had to frog like 4 or 5 stitches, so I don't know if that constitutes a ribbit. Okay. Going. Let me just get this one. Whoopsies. I know you're all waiting on me for the meme. Well, to do the meme, she's already sent the meme. Frog out and your entire blanket. How far did you get? Oh, you're about to do that? You know, for how far did you get that? 20 rows. Wow. Okay, we're gonna do the meme of the stream. Whoa, I gotta resize that. That's the problem with this. They're not all the same size. Back down to the first two single crochet rows. Wow. When you use up or remove yarn from your craft stash, it is called neutering because you got rid of your balls. That's funny. That's a pretty yarn. Pretty yarn in the meme. Yeah, that is a pretty good meme. Um, I'm trying to use the commands. I want to take that and put it up at the vet's office. um, actually, that's I'll tell you if you want that. Okay, fine. Then not fine. I don't know why I said it that way. I am going to post that in the Discord. It's posted. Okay. Oh, no, not hairpin lace. What I this that's what I'm going to end up doing. I will make a channel on there for yarn for crafting memes. And all of the memes that we've had so far in the past however many weeks, I have all of them, and I will upload the memes that we've used, and anytime we use one, I'll upload it. So you can go back to previous memes. Yeah, I'll have to easily make a channel for that. And if anybody else wants to add one, if somebody else comes up with one, just tag me in it. Do at the Crafty Cub. I think that's my username in there. Yeah. Um, that's so I'll know that it's a new one, and we can add it, and I can always give it to Crojo, or actually better yet, if Crojo's okay with this, tag Cinderella. That's Crojo. Tag her in it, and then she can, because she always sends it to me every stream. If that's okay with her. If not, send it to tag me in it. Yeah, I have all of the previous memes. They're not just in the chat that she sent it. I've actually saved them into a separate folder. Nice. And if we repeat ones, if somebody finds one months or like a year or so after one's used, that's fine. If we go through them again, but Norfairy had to frog almost an entire blanket. I hope it wasn't tiny stitches. Hopefully they were. Once I send them to you, I put them in a. Yep, I've got that also. I've got an archive folder. Yeah, we've all been there. Now, I wouldn't mind frogging like a thrift store fine blanket because I'm not the one who put on all that work. But spending that time to do it and then having to take it all out. Just say 30 or 20. Still, 20 is a lot of rows. I haven't started um Clay Miko's shawl yet. I need to get on that because I can do that also while working on this. I mean, obviously not presently at the same time, but I can have multiple whips going on at the same time. Need to at least get it started. Do a couple of the rows repeats of that pattern. And oh, I remember the other night when someone raided me. I saw the raid, but I didn't actually hear the sound. I figured out what my problem was. I had it enabled so the screen that it would pop, the graphic would pop up, but I didn't have the sound alert enabled. So I'm like, all the other alerts for that work, but the raids don't. Yeah, I went into the settings and realized the one thing wasn't checked. So if somebody raids me, hopefully we're all going to hear the sound. And all it says is thanks for the raid. It's not some loud siren or anything. It's not gonna not gonna like startle anybody. Hopefully. Again, I'm learning all this Twitch stuff. Sound like an old man. I don't know how these computers work. You kids and these newfangled inventions. As long as it's nothing as startling as a girl. Yeah, no, no, no. We did not raid that person. The streamer that we raided that person. And I did not know that that was going to happen. It really wasn't that startling, but it was like I was not expecting that. I'm almost halfway done. Oh, yeah. Okay. It was something. That stitch. One stitch all over again. Didn't want to form correctly. There we go. Oh, that's supposed to be a double crochet, not a single. Every now and then with this type of yarn, it gets a little thick and fluffy and it'll snag a certain way and the loop won't go through as easily. Okay, hope you feel better. I can even tell that the lighting is a lot better. You can kind of see some of the see the stitches a little bit clearer, and I'm not having to bring them up that close to the camera. I mean, it is zoomed in a little. Yeah, using LEDs is like getting a new set of eyeballs. Yeah, I definitely need to work on that music thing. Add a little more something to the stream. LEDs are cheap if you get them as plant grow lights. That's my pro tip if you aren't lighting a massive space. Yeah, I've got these yeah, they're just 12-watt LED bulbs that fit into a regular light fixture. Not streaming specific. Yeah, exactly. Me and my left and right, the one that's over here, left and right. Like I'm gonna turn off my overhead one. The lights that are on now, those are all compact fluorescents. They're the Ott brand. It's their Ott brand light fixtures, and they're good and all. But the one above is just a regular, ordinary light bulb fixture, and I switched out a traditional incandescent bulb with a LED. So I think that's a little bit more um, suitable for seeing things that are clear. To have a clear, so things aren't as muddied and shallow shadows. We had some ceiling lights in my sewing room, so you replace the LED. Amazing what they made. Yep. As long as it's white light or LED, it makes such a difference. Massively helps mood too. Oh, I bet. House isn't yellow tinted. Amazing how much better you feel. Yep. I mean, sometimes I don't mind a warm tone bulb, but especially if it's something that I need to see what I'm working on, and for stream, for cameras, definitely have to have something a little more brighter. Almost done this row. And that will be, this is the first row of the repeat because we're making where it makes the edges pop up. Memories of my mother's house lit by 25-watt bulb is certainly not uplifting or creative mood inducing. Well, 25-watt incandescent bulb is a lot different than a 12-watt LED. Just different technology. It produces the light differently. Okay, now to row 2 of that repeat. This is the one. This is the one where I make the holes for the shells. Most of the energy in an incandescent bulb goes to waste as heat. Yep. Easy bake oven. or easy bake oven, and then they had the creepy crawlies machine where you basically it's plastic and it chemical fumes and you make little creatures. Now we have that commercial in your head. No. Okay, we never had an easy bake oven or a creepy crawly maker. We had, God, this is showing my age, and I just made a double crochet where I needed to do a single. Teacher's desk drawer, what? Oh, you put your plastic bugs in the teacher's desk drawer. Wow. Um, no, we had a light bright. Like the old style, not the newer one. Hot potato. No, I never had hot potato. No easy bake oven because we were taught how to use real ovens. Yeah, I was. And one of my pepper plants came in. Oh, nice! Yay for the pepper plants! Nothing a giant fire hazard you put black paper on. Construction paper. No, yeah, I learned how to use an oven and also I learned how to use a microwave. And you got better results out of a microwave than you did an easy bake oven. So what type of peppers are they? Are they like green peppers? Are they like jalapeno? Are they plain orange, yellow, and red pepper? Hope that is at least one of them will sprout and stay alive as long as it makes till make it outside in the spring. We're looking at the microwave, decent at grilling. Anything else is awful. I'm excellent at the microwave. Oh, and I'm really good at the air fryer. Oh my god, they're great. And Grammy, we don't talk about the pretzels in the. I don't know if they're in the toaster oven or the microwave, but we don't talk about those soft pretzels. I think it was the microwave. Oh, it could have been toaster oven. I don't remember. When I was a kid, I put soft pretzels in. I read the time wrong, and they were in for like a half hour, and they were the color of this paper. Nothing like feeling like king of a third world country when you eat pizza rolls out of the air fryer. Alrighty then. Now I'm hungry. Ah, come on. We used to make homemade Hot Pockets with the sandwich maker. George Foreman looking thing. They were better than the store bought. Yes, yes. They make little triangle shaped little things, and remember pepperoni and some marinara sauce and some mozzarella cheese was really good. And that thing made really good fried eggs. Ham and cheese. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it was today, but today I've been super, super, super achy and just like in a sleepy mood. I didn't take a nap. Just been super sleepy. When I was a kid, the Giant had these pre-made full slice pizza bagels you could buy in the deli in 2 pack or 4 pack. Hmm. Pizza sounds good. All depends on what you put on it. No, 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 no. Black olives on a pizza are wonderful. And you have a new favorite pizza place, fairly cheap, and they deliver. Nice. Never had anchovies, but I try it. You love Caesar dressing. I've never really had them, but I think it just makes a little bit salty. Yeah, pineapple should not be on a pizza, and I know Crojo Mojo is going to disagree. Caesar dressing's okay. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it's all right. It's not like I hate it. I'm indifferent. Pineapple can go on pizza if there's feta cheese. No. Feta cheese. Oh, I'll eat the whole thing of feta cheese. I don't even need the pizza part. Just give me a container of feta. I don't think I mind pineapple on pizza. I'm just a stickler for flavors being balanced. No, I understand that. Is even getting pizza just sauce and pineapple? No, 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 no. I don't like green peppers on my pizza. I'm not a fan of most cooked green peppers. No green peppers. I feel like the pineapple and anti-pineapple people got together. We could conquer the cauliflower crust and vegan cheese pizza people. Oh, okay. Now you're gonna be offending people. Let's not do that. I'm okay with the cauliflower crust. That's not that bad. I don't think I've ever had vegan cheese. Cauliflower is important though. It's gluten free, and celiacs are important. Oh yeah, no, I totally understand that. Pure garbage. The cauliflower crust, I like cauliflower, just not as a crust. Walmart has their market side flatbread pizzas that are pretty decent, but be forewarned, if you get one with the ones with jalapenos, yeah, they can be a little spicy. Just playing around. I know people have allergies and such. Yep. Vegan cheese is fine as a dairy free substitute on meat, considering I don't mix meat and dairy. Oh, okay. I'm going to put my stitch marker in, and now I've got to go and check to make certain I did that row correctly before we get further and I start saying some bad words. Wait a minute. See, a mistake right away, and it's not that big of a frog. It's more of a tadpole. I've tried it, not first choice. The mouthfeel is way off. Yeah, it's a little frog. It's just that much. They still croak. Okay, before I actually do this, do all of it, let me check to see if I have to frog anymore. So let's go to the very beginning of that row. Most of them are super weird. I don't recommend most of them. Fossil meat substitute is good though. Nearly identical to ground beef. Wait a minute. Okay. Normally use impossible meat and regular dairy because it's just better. And don't know if I've ever had any of the meat substitutes. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it's a vegan meatless option. Get on board with that. I think I'd rather have authentic cheese than authentic meat. Like the Impossible Burger, that's a meat-free burger. There, I only had that one little frog, so we're good. Haven't had Godot in a while. Okay, I'm gonna put this stitch marker in. I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay. Vegetable protein without using raw veggies. So it's got an actual burger texture and tastes so much better. Being said, do enjoy the occasional Morningstar veggie burger. Alrighty. Now on to the next row. Check Discord. Okay, give me one moment. Alrighty. There's a sample that I'm trying to figure out Tunisian entrelac. You're doing really good. I'm just not a fan, but again, I like the way it looks. I just don't like doing it. But no, you're doing great. Good job. Let's do. There we go. Flip all this around. You can do the entrelac, and I'll do the corner to corner. You figured that out from watching a reel on Facebook. Nice. You have a headache from entrelac? 7. Do not. Okay, there we go. I think when I get halfway to the halfway point, I think we're going to end the stream. So I'm getting a little tired. So we get halfway down this row. And when we get to that point, I will see if there's anybody to raid. Or if anybody has a channel that I think that would be good to raid. Okay, good night, Claymiko. I'll chat with you later. Let me double check something. Oh, okay. There's some of my channels that I follow that are streaming right now. So by the time I get done this, half of a row, we'll see if they're still streaming. And then I think tomorrow I definitely have to work on this temperature blanket. Yeah, I might end up rating them. Nine. Couple more sections. And one more little area. That shouldn't work. Allow that group. Go into here. To there. Gotta frog out 2 stitches. We're good. Alrighty. I think that's what we're going to call it for the night. That's about halfway done. I will show my progress. That's 11 repeats. I can't show it all on camera because it's so big, and I'm halfway done the third row of this repeat, and that will be 12. So then I got to do 3 more repeats after that. So it's coming along. Oh, yeah, it's a little more than roughly halfway ish. And this is the second one I've done. I'm becoming a pro at that shawl. All right, let's pop that over and let me get this ready. I will be on today's what, Tuesday, Thursday night at 8 Eastern. We're doing the aligned double cluster stitch, and so the beekeeper lady engraves people's names on her spinning wheel when they have 40,000 channel points. Are you going to be putting your names on your crochet hook? I don't think so. No, that ain't happening. Sorry. I will be on also on Saturday. And Saturday we are going to be doing broomstick lace. So you're halfway there. Halfway where? Oh, 40,000 channel points. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. Um, so we're going to end up rating Man in Iron Teeth. And on that note, after we raid, the usual, everybody have a good evening and happy crafting. And let's start this raid and we got a couple seconds before we can go and join it because I had to hit the little button thingy. And now we're raiding. Good night, everybody.